Hello, welcome back to Honor Pop Culture. Today we're going over Alicia Keys' seventh album called Alicia. So I always get excited when I see artists that put their first name on like their album because it makes me think of a couple things. Either it's going to be a personal album or it's going to be something just something very powerful. It's just going to be a powerful album. I get very excited about that. Especially when they're self-titled themselves too. I was like, ooh, it's gonna be interesting. Like later on, like in the beginning, you kind of do that because you want to show people who you are. But doing it later on, you're like, ooh, something's interesting in this, you know. And I definitely think that's exactly what happened. Now, so I'm a huge fan of Alicia Keys. I followed her. I feel like over time, I really liked her more and more and more and more music that came out. So I pretty much been rolling with her since day one, and she always has great songs. She's always talking about things that are better for the world. Always have great songs about like complicated and sometimes interesting situations that she is in or somebody else is in, and she's always been She's always there for a lot of different diverse of people in topics too. So and one thing that she did in 2016 was this album here, which is I felt like her first political album, and I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was amazing. I wasn't reviewing albums then, but I definitely wrote a whole like Facebook post about it. So in this album, pretty much is kind of snowballing on that, but more of what's happening now. So I think, which is great. This is perfect for her. So, and I really do like it. I love every song. I love her song. I love a lot of the songs. I think it's so nice. I think her sound is perfect. It's just, she hasn't really changed. Her voice is amazing. The control and everything in her voice is amazing. So I'm gonna go through some of the highlights of the songs I really like. Most of this album's pretty much about like the times right now. So like, essential workers, police brutality, and Black Lives, and just in general, in that kind of and that social talk, and I think it's really nice. So let me go through my favorites. So the first favorite that I really like, well, let me do a shout out to the first song, which is "Truth Without Love," and I like the one thing that she says. She's like, all in time, one day you'll find that truth without love is just a lie. So it's pretty much, it's true. Like there's no truth well, I think it's either way is still a lie, because you can't, with love without truth is a lie as much as a truth without love is a lie. I think it's the same thing. Going into one of my favorite songs, which is Authors of Forever. I really like this one. I feel like it's a great like, I was trying to explain it by writing it down too, but I felt like it's embracing the difference that we all have together in this society right now, and I feel like embracing it and also understanding that everybody's trying to make meaning of life. So we are so, as much as we have our differences at this moment, we're so alike in the same time, you know? She says, you could hate, you can love, you could doubt, you could trust, but we're all here to make meaning. Pretty much just like we're all all in the same boat where we are right now. So, and that's okay, you know, and I feel like that's what we should look at a lot in this situation that we're in right now. Wasted Energy, featuring Diamond Platnumz. I don't know who that person is, but I really do like him. I love his sound, and he sings in Swahili in this at the very end, kind of responding to what she's feeling. In this song, I really like it because that reggae sound is so nice. It just came out from the get-go, and I really like it. This one talking about wasted time inside of a bad relationship, and pretty much how she says, too many times you've turned a blind eye to how I feel. And so pretty much in the end of it, she's leaving, but at the end of it, he's responding by talking about how much he's hurt, about what's going on and the ending of things and stuff like that. But he says it all in Swahili, so it's really cool to hear. Underdog is another song that was a single, and I really do like it. In my head, I get so nervous when it comes to Alicia Keys because I feel like she knows what she's doing album-wise. Single-wise, I feel like it kind of flip-flops. Like some days I like her singles that she released. Other days I was like, that's a good song, but I wouldn't put that as a single because then when you listen to the album, it makes so much more sense when you listen to it on in order. And I feel like that with Underdog, I feel like it makes so much more sense inside the album than in a single. But at the same time, the single did a good job too. So one thing I like that she says, the things that change us if we are things that change us if we just notice when we look up sometimes. Pretty much saying just like, well, first of all, she's getting a nod to the working class, pretty much saying like, all you people out there, like, keep going, you're doing great, like, keep going, you know, you're trying to make your life better and all that stuff in that situation. And I feel like when she says that, like, if you look up sometimes, she's pointing out all the things like beautiful things that happen with the underdogs and everything, having conversations, and how that just like sprout up things, and how beautiful things can happen when you're not looking at your phone all the time, or you're not like plugged in. When you look out, you're like, oh wow, like I love these. You can have good conversations with people and good understanding of people, you know. 7 or me plus or times 7 featuring Tierra Whack. Tierra Whack is like keep on coming across. I need to like break down and just get into her. I love this. I love this song. I feel like it sounds so nice. I actually heard it when I was doing my Friday picks, but I didn't want to expose it yet because I wanted to get through. I want to get through the whole album to understand it. So I do now. It's pretty much talking about how she always put her partner or whoever else in her life always first, and so she doesn't really and because of that, she hasn't really had time for herself, and so she's realizing she's like, I need to put me first. I need to start taking more responsibility about myself, you know. And I think that's what she does, and I like that ambient kind of like production's very lower key kind of thing. And then a shout out to another song, which is I wish I liked, but I didn't. Show Me Love featuring Miguel was one of the first singles for this album, and I kind of got bored. I feel like the ambient feeling with me X7 was one thing, but this one is just kept on just repeating itself over and over and over again. And I love Miguel, but I feel like I feel like in this is kind of just it was kind of fell flat for me. But going into Done featuring Khalid, I do like this one because it actually, I don't know, I feel like it has more depth to it than Show Me Love. Show Me Love's just like, let's have sex, let's do it now, give it to me kind of thing, and that's cool. But it's just like, it throws it off completely what's happening. Then So Done, you know, I feel like in this one, I gave in, I changed my identity, I didn't mean to go for so far. Just saying, like, I'm being done with doing what people want me to do, living my life through other people with other, like, I want to be what I want to do for me, you know. She says, I'm living the way that I want. And so it sounds like, and it has that slow, like, that kind of, like, ambient kind of direction too, but it actually sounds better. Another one song that I really like is, Gramercy Park. This is a park in New York. So this one is pretty much talking about how this person has lost their sense of self as a result of this love that they're in. So pretty much she says, I've been trying to fulfill you with your every need. Now you're falling for a person that's not even me. So I love that. It's very interesting. It's something that, like, I feel like I've been through myself. I feel like other people have been through too. It's just like you get so excited of wanting to be with this person that you drop all your habits that you are and everything you want to be because you want to be the perfect partner for that person. And then later on you find out it's like if that person allows it to happen or that doesn't notice it themselves and they kind of take it all in, because I feel like it's kind of both responsibility. Yes, you shouldn't have to change yourself for that person, but I also think that other people. It's like I notice it too sometimes, but like I feel like the other person should have definitely not feed into it either if that's what she was feeling. But so she's at the point where she doesn't even know who she is, and she's kind of very dependent on this other person. I think it's really nice. I love the beat. I love the sound of it. It's really nice. Going into another one I like is Jill Scott featuring Jill Scott. This one is so cute. I love the sound. I love the whole. I love everything about the song. Everything about the song. I love her vocals. I love the production. I love Jill Scott coming in with slam poetry and just how she just makes love sound like it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Not it could be, but it's one of those things. Just like she just sounds so great, and it's so great to see her and hear from her. One of the songs one of the parts I love, she's like, "Love me in the daytime like we do at bedtime, so that they can all know." I think that at first it seems like it's like, oh, let's show some publicity, I can't even remember what the thing is. I'm blinking. Just show a lot of PDA. Let's show a lot of PDA, and you think that's what it sounds like, but it's not what it's going for. It's going for, let's show love in public so people can see what love is and how beautiful it is, so it can spread around. When people see love, they want to feel love too, you know? Perfect Way to Die and Good Job are two hard songs to get through, me personally, but at the same time, I still love it. I love it. It's hard and very easy to get through at the same time, because it's just like, it's talking about now, and Perfect Way to Die is one of the hard, I think is the hard one to get through, but it's so beautiful. And it's just saying, just like, it's pretty much about police brutality, and from the perspective of a black woman or black mom, or I think we're falling with her too, lightly going associated with what's going on now, especially with Brianna. And I feel like that whole thought of just like, she had dreams, she was getting there, and then this shit happens, you know? And she says that. She's like, just another one gone, and they tell you to move on. This city tells you to move on. Like, oh, it's happened, just move on. It's like, you can't move on when this is happening, you know? Also, another thing she says, another broken promise, they refuse to make right, but another reason for us to get out there and fight. I love that. And it ends with a much more, like, hopefulness. And then going into Good Job, which I really love, is pretty much talking about the essential workers, the nurses, the doctors, and everything, that putting a lot of themselves out there, their health, their mental, and everything, their physical, just out there for us to live on, to keep going, to get our groceries, to check ourselves to make sure we're sick or not, and all these other things, just like or Postmates people too. It's just like delivery people, and just like we got to remember that those people are in a lot of risk just doing what they're doing. But I really do love this album. It's so beautiful. It's nice to come back to Alicia Keys after 4 years it's been, and to see that it's just like nothing's changed. She's killing it to this day. She's amazing. I give this one a 9 out of 10. Only docking it because of the Show Me Love song and another song that I kind of was like, with, Time Machine. But other than that, I really do like it. This is a really good album. It deserves every type of listen. If you like this album though, I highly suggest listen to Here. It's really, really good. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get all of my videos, and more videos coming. So I will see you all in the next video.